Tanha, Linda? When she was born, so that it's like 16 years, right? 17 years. So since it's 17 years, since 17, I mean 17 years, 17 years. Linda, have you seen changes from the place where you live in? Are there any changes? Development. When we say development, there are changes, significant changes. Are there any development or changes in Tenha since the day you were born up until now? Yes. Could you give just a short one? You could say before and now. That's why you compare things from before until now. What are the changes? Could you give me one, Linda? Was your house before was small and then now it's big? Or the roads in Tenga before it's not that big but now it's big? Are there more or are there some big trees but now the big trees are gone, they are cut down and there were so many factories? Could you give me changes in your hometown, Linda?
I think the road like a bigger and the house are becoming like more beautiful.
That's great. So yes, today everyone, we'll be talking about significant changes or development in an area or a place we live in. Now, what do you think was like 30 or yes? How about you, John? How long have you lived here in Taiwan? You were born. No, so it's like 16 years as well, right?
This year, 18 years.
18 years. So are there any changes or development in Taiwan since and then?
I think it's more than the building is mushroom and more trees being cut down.
Ooh.
And in their house, it have the big what
It has.
Big what is the five things. What?
Vacant.
Five things. What?
Oh, okay.
And more light is in there.
Okay, that's great. Anyway, everyone, that's what I'm saying, right? Because there are so many developers right now or people. What do you call those people who plan for the development of the city? What do you call them? What do you call them? The people who usually plans for the progress or the development of the city. Urban? Urban what? These are what we call, or they are what we call urban planners. Would you think urban planners help each other or plan out the development of Tenga? Wind? Would you think that urban planner has or have thought or have planned on the development of Tenga now and then?
Yes, I think so.
Could you give me a reason why?
Because their work is not the
Because if you've seen significant development in your area or in your place where you live in, for sure people such as urban planner are actually planning something to this area. Anyway, everyone, I'd like you to read the task instructions. What do you have to write about it? Okay, let me read it for you. Now, the maps show the town Wilden in 1990 and today. So it's 1990 and today, then and now. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features that makes comparisons where relevant. So what are you going to write here? Comparisons between what? Comparisons between, what are you going to write? The past and now. So you are going to compare 1990 and today, then and now. And then it's about the Weldon town. Now I'd like you to look at the picture. This is 1990 and this is today or now. Now, everyone, I'd like you to remember when you write your test one, always understand the picture first. Do not write anything first before you don't understand the picture. You need to understand the graphics that is shown to you. So I'd like you to look at the picture. This picture shows when? This picture shows when? 1990. And that picture there is shown when? Today or now. Now, so there are two pictures. It's then and now. Next of that, you need to look at the key features. Okay, what are these legends or the pictures that are, the objects that are in the picture? First one, we have your factory, a cafe, restaurant, block of lots. Okay, there are houses, homes near the park, mine golf. Mine golf, when we say mine golf, these are, where do you play? Golf. Road, and then tables and chairs. So you need to understand that well because this is one of the easiest writing tasks as well in writing task one, aside from making a cycle. Okay? Now, since you already understand this, now I'd like you to focus on the picture. These two pictures. What are the significant changes in these pictures? Are there any? Are there any? Yes or no? Are there any changes? Yes, exactly. If you could look at the picture, there are so many changes in the picture. Now, in 1990, in this area, you can see that there is a debut. There is a transport debut, and then there are, what are these? Homes and factories, and there is only a small portion of a park. So you just need to look at the differences between each two pictures. Before today, the transport was totally what? Today, look at the picture. What is it now? It's a golf mine course in the park or in the middle as well. And there are a few houses built near the homes near the park. And as you can see here, the park before was moved into the center and changed to, they built a community center. Now, as you can see here in the waterfront below, or across the road, before in 1990, there are factories near the river. It's near the river, or in the waterfront, in front of the waterfront. And there is one, what? Cafe, okay? But now, or today, the river is still there, and in the waterfront, across the road, there are now block of flats. and there is a restaurant built with tables and chairs where? Near the river or in the waterfront. Now, as simple as that, you just need to pick. But how do you write an introduction sentence for that? What the illustration shows, or the pictures, or the map, or what else can you use for a map? What synonym can you use for a map? Photos. Yes, possibly you could use also photos for that. But what else? Yes, what's that word? Images. Images? Yes. Two images. The images below, or the images shows this, or the photo shows. The photo shows what?
Different.
Yes, the difference from 1990 up until today. Which town is that? Of Wilden Town, something like that, but it's too short. How do you make that more long? The photo shows the differences between two pictures in the town of Wilden. From the year 1990 up until today. Okay, you don't just use and. So we use and up until today. Or how do you change today? No, not nowadays. Present day or what else? It's not mentioned there. Or
Is it today? Is today 2025?
but we don't have year there, so it's not specified whether what year is it. So we could use present days or recent. Recent is like today also, right? Recent days, like that. So just work on your synonyms, okay? Now, so since that is our introduction, or maybe you could use geographical. A geographical map shows a picture of two what? Two era? 2 decades? What? Two? Or you could say differences, just differences, right? The two differences of town Wilden from 1990 up until the present days. Now, for the overview, what can you share in the overview there? Could anyone give me an example for that? Linda, do you have any idea? Mary, do you have any idea? Overview? Barry? Jack? Ooh. Win? I think you're one of the best writers here.
No. What?
I just think. Kyler, do you have any ideas? Sandra? Okay. Anyway, if you don't have any ideas, you will just have to talk about some of the features that is showing differences. In the two pictures, you can see some differences in what? If there are differences, there are also what?
Same.
Yes. How do you say same? Similar. In the two photos, or in the two photos, which is 1990 and the present day, it shows difference in the similarities from 1990 up until the present. Okay, as simple as that. And then, as you can see here, there are some features that are just similar, just like before. Now, let's go to body part 1. For body part 1, paragraph 1, you need to give details. Example, the main differences on one or two aspects of the map. And next one is you need to give the similar. So first one, you need to talk about the differences about the map. Okay? Now, so there are only two areas here. This one, the top area, and the lower area, which we have here. At the top area, you can see the park and the transport use, and below you can see the waterfront and river. And same goes here for today. You can see the park and community center. And for the down area, you can see the waterfront and the river. So, since you're going to give differences or one or two aspects of the map, you need to talk about what are the differences from 1990 up until the present days. Okay, I have already told you earlier what are the differences, and I think you already seen the differences between the two maps. Right after that, you need to give details. This is the body paragraph 2, which is the last. Paragraph 2, which is the last one. You need to give the main similarities, one or two aspects of the map. Now, could you tell me, or can somebody tell me, what are the still similar in the map? Still the same from then and now. Jack.
They still have some homes and the road will not change.
Yes, I think the road. I think there's a park, but there's a change for that. It's not similar. Because look at the park in 1990 and in today. Today. In 1990 it's smaller, and today is bigger. Therefore, it isn't similar. Okay, because we're talking about the same features. Okay, so that. You can start up your sentence like this. The same features, or you don't just say the similarities between the two pictures. You can say the features, as you can see here, that are the same are or is the road from 1990 up until today is still the same, right? Was it moved? Yes or no? No. And of course, the waterfront and the river are still there. Okay, I think that's one of the two aspects that are similar in the picture. That yes or no? Do you agree with me? The road and the waterfront river. Yes or no? Still similar to each other? Same features? Okay. Now, that is just some of the similar that you can see there. Now, everybody, I'd like you to do your language content and look at the verbs below and answer the questions. Anyway, but before that, what do you mean by build? Build means to? Yes, to build. To build what? To make something, such as town. What else? What? Apartment, flats, buildings, and so many more. How about extend? What do you mean by extend? To make it more bigger or wider. Okay, you extend. So look at this. Which word do we use here for extend in the picture? Exactly. The part was moved at the center and it was extended. Okay. Now, how about the build? What word? Which one here in the picture that we could use a build? They build what? Yes, they build community today, or in the present days, they build a community center. But you cannot use a 1990 build, okay? Because we use that for the present days. Next one. Knock down. What do you mean by knock down? Huh? knock down to something, to cut something, or to put something down. Like if I will punch you, you are knocked down. Something like that. So it's the same if we cut trees, the trees will fall down and it's knocked down. So it's like that. So what are knocked down? Do you see any words here that we could use for knockdowns? What? Yes, maybe they knock down transport debut because there's no transport debut in the present days, right? Therefore, maybe they knock down the transport debut. Next one, locate. What do you mean by locate? Locate means a thing that you change position, okay? Or you put into another location. So which key features here that we or that they what's that word again? Locate. Park was moved or locate, yes, but it's still in the up area though. Which factories are? Oh, no, I'm sorry. The things that they knock down are factories because in the present days, there isn't a factory and transport input. Therefore, the things that they knock down or gone are transport input and factories. I think there isn't any factories here anymore, right? In the present days. So therefore, which word do we use for locate? Huh? Are there any? Yes. It's the park. It's just the park. They locate the park into the middle of the area, where the factories are before, but now it's a park. Next one. Move. Move, same as locate. You move from one place to another. Which do we use? It's still the same, maybe just park. And there are a few houses. Few houses are removed, right? You can say that remove. Few houses from the upper right are removed. And many block of flats are built. Open. Huh? Open. I think you already know what open is. What's open in today's picture? There is an open what? Open restaurant. Because before there isn't a restaurant in the area. There's only a cafe. Next one. Place. Place is just the same as you put in a place or another. Remain. What do you mean by remain? It's still there. Okay. What's remain in the picture? The park is there, it's still there, but it's expanded. Okay, don't forget that. The waterfront and the river and the roads are remain. Next one. Remove. We already talked about remove. So we use remove from the 1990 or the present days? 1990s, which are removed. Remove, transfer debut, factories, and cafe. But actually, not out these are the we use, but we remove only coffee shop. Next one, replace them. When we say replace, it is change. Which picture here that shows replacement? Factories are changed with replaced with block of flats. Okay, don't forget about that vocabularies. Now, can we use all of these? Knock down are trees. I'm sorry, knock down is used for trees. Okay, just for trees. Okay, now can we use all of these in a summary? Yes or no? Yes or no? Maybe knock down cannot be used because there aren't any trees in 1990s, right? Maybe just knock down. We cannot use knock down there. Are you more likely to use them in an active or passive form? these words? Active or in a passive form? Just give your thoughts about it. Yes, what's that? Why would you think it's passive? The? Okay, I don't really like to. Now, assess the paragraph using questions 1 to 4 with the descriptors. Does each question refer to? This one is a paragraph used. One difference is the restaurant. In 1990, there was no restaurant in the area. But since that time, one has built it is located near the water, where one of the factories knocked down. Oh, so we could use factories for that. Knock down, the word knock down. Where one of the factories were knocked down. You see that? Which factory was knocked down? This one. Which one factory was knocked down? Now, knocked down. Tables and chairs have placed outside for customers to sit in and enjoy the view while they eat their food. As several apartment blocks have built near the restaurant, it is available for the residents. So you see that how the words are extended for the writing. Because this writing is just very simple, but you need to at least extend. Look at the words. Tables, chairs are placed outside so that the customers could sit down and enjoy the view while they eat their food. Okay? Thus the writer provides overview and write down about the key points, non-irrelevant points. Did he or does the writer provide overview? When we say overview, you need to talk about the key features in each picture. Was he able to? Yes or no? Does the writer provide an overview and write about the key points? Not irrelevant. Are these relevant? Yes or no? Relevant, when we say relevant, it's useful. Are these, the words or the paragraph, is it relevant? Yes or no? Barry? No? Why would you think it's not relevant, irrelevant? Huh? What? Linda, would you think it's irrelevant or relevant?
Relevant.
Okay, could you tell me why? The key points were mentioned there, right? There are some key points that are mentioned there. That's why it's relevant. Does the writer organize idea clearly in a paragraph? Use connectors. For example, it, this, to connect them. Yes or no? Did he use it, this? Of course. He used connectors there. It, this. Now, does the writer use range of vocabulary accurately, correctly, and correct spelling? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. He used vocabulary accurately. Does the writer use both simple and complex sentence accurately? Yes or no? When? Did the writer use complex and simple sentences accurately or correctly? Yes or no? Not given. Yes or no? Yes, of course. I think there are 5 errors with the use of passive in the paragraph. Could you correct them? Could you correct them? Find the correct 5 errors with the use of passive in the paragraph. Okay, let's answer. Now, Wayne, could you give me the 5 correct errors? One difference in the restaurant in 1990, there was no restaurant in the area. But since the time, one has built, exactly, been built, has been built. It is located near the water, where one of the factories knocked down tables, was knocked down. Tables and chairs have been placed outside the customer to sit on the enjoy while the view they eat their food, as several apartment blocks have been built near the restaurant. It is available for the residents. Now, very good. Now, everybody, okay, now, I'd like you to complete the task activity 2, this one. Where's activity 2? In exercise 2, yes, I'd like you to complete this exercise 2, and then what's at the end of the diagram illustrates what? Or the photos below, or the photos illustrates the differences and similarities of what? The diagram illustrates the differences and similarities of Wilden Town what? From From 1990 or between Is that it? Too short? How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 18 only? Too short? How do we make that more long? Much more. Does anyone have an idea? The diagram illustrates the difference. The differences in similarities of Woodland Town between 1990 and to the present day. How do we make that more longer? Let's think about it. The photo illustrates the significant changes of Woodland Town and the similarities of the features of the town from the year 1990 up until the present tense. So we change "and" up to "up until" to make it much more longer. How many words do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 28. Okay, much more longer, but we could make that much more longer. How? Yes! We could have 50 words for. Maybe you could try at least. What? You could write down something like, look at the picture. That is just the introduction, okay? How do you write down the introduction for that? We'll find out the what? The two aspects. The differences and the similarities. What? What do we have before? Most likely before? Most likely to have what? You see 1990. What can you see in 1990? More? More? What do you call these? Factories. Now, if we say factories, these are industrial. So, in 1990, the area is most likely to be but now in these days, but in what do we have in the present day? What do we have in the present day? Many. What? Pros and cons.